We'll begin today here at standing. Take a little time here to settle into your feet. Allow them to ground to the mat. Take a subtle bend to your knees, just enough that there's some movement there. So you're not so active through the legs. Roll your shoulders back and down. Get that slight tucking of your chin so the crown of your head gently pulls up, allowing the back of your neck to be long but at ease. Just allow the body to be settled here. Taking that full body check-in, beginning down at the soles of your feet. Noticing that connection to the mat. Bring your awareness up to your calf muscles, to the backs of your knees. Slowly shifting up the thighs, noticing what your body is carrying here. Noticing your hips, and if they feel off balance, if the pelvis feels tilted forward or back, try to bring it into alignment with the heels of your feet. It's stacked over. Moving that awareness up your spine. Noticing how your rib cage feels today. Backs of your shoulders, the front of your chest. If you notice those shoulders rolling forward, take that roll back. Let them drop down the back a bit. Just allow the palms of your hands to be soft at your sides. Noticing the back of your neck, your jaw. Part your lips, let your jaw hang heavy. Slide it side to side, releasing some of that tension. Letting go of what is held here. Allowing your brow bone to soften, your eyes to be softly shut. Noticing the sounds of the world around you. Recognizing what is there. And beginning to allow those sounds to just fade into the background. Being present in your body. Beginning to notice your breath. Noticing your inhale and exhale. Noticing the flow of your breath. Becoming aware of any resistance in your breathing. Beginning to create balance with your inhale and exhale. And helping to guide that balance with your breath, let's take some alternate nostril breathing. You're going to bring your right hand, make peace fingers with it. Bring them to your forehead here, allowing those fingers to just rest at like your eyebrows. Extend your thumb and your pinky out. From here, blocking that right nostril with your thumb. Take a full inhale, exhale through the left. Nice and slow with your breath here. Blocking the left nostril with the pinky and taking this full inhale, exhale on your right. From there, block the right nostril, inhale left. Block the left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right. Blocking, exhale left. Inhale left. Moving side to side here. Finding equal breath on each side. One more on each side. Finishing with your inhale on the left. Release the right hand to your side. Breathe deeply here. Allow your exhale to sigh out a couple of times. On your next exhale, drop your head heavy. Let your chin come down to your chest. Noticing that stretch in those tendons and ligaments in the neck and shoulder. On your exhale, slowly rock your head over towards your right shoulder, taking that right ear towards the shoulder. Exhale, drop your chin back to your chest. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, left ear towards your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, chin drops down to the chest. Inhale. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale at chest, taking that inhale as you pause at center or either shoulder. Moving on your exhales here. Nice and slow. One more to each side, ending back at the center of your chest. Once back at center, on an inhale, slowly let your head come back up in alignment. Your neck. Pausing here to breathe for a moment. Your next inhale, reaching your arms high to extended mountain. Let those shoulders drop from the ears. Pausing here to breathe, just letting those shoulders slide down into their natural placement. Neck long, chin slightly tucked. Breathing here in extended mountain. On your next exhale, take a slow swan dive towards the floor. Dropping down into a nice heavy fold here. Allowing for a subtle bend to your knees. Head and arms heavy towards your mat. Allowing your belly to press to your thighs on your inhale. Allowing the spine to unfurl a bit here. On your next inhale, slowly roll yourself to standing. Let the hands slide up the shins, knees, up to the thighs. Head coming up last, shoulders rolling back and down. Back to Dostana, standing mountain. Lift your toes from the mat here. And then drop them on an exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Taking this movement with your breath, nice and subtle. One more. From here, and I'm going to come sideways on my mat just so it's a little easier to see. Take your right foot back behind you and let the shoelace side of your foot be pressed to the mat. So this may just be the tops of your toes. But breathing here, letting that stretch come up the top of the foot, to the front of your ankle. You may even feel this up your shin to your knee. Breathing into this opening stretch. Go ahead and step that right foot back to the center here, to the left foot. Take a couple of breaths here. And then step that left foot back, letting those toes, that shoelace side of the foot, come towards the mat. Taking this stretch up the left leg this time. Deep, intentional breaths here. Remaining mindful in your body and your breath. Bring that left foot back in alignment with your right. I'm going to remove my glasses. From here, you're going to bring the heels of your hands over your eyes. Let your fingertips fall back over the crown of your head. We're not pressing into the eyes here, but we are allowing for that subtle pressure from the heels of the hands. Just to help release the gaze from being at the computer and on our screen so much right now. Allowing the eyes to become restful. But be mindful that you're not pressing your head back and creating that pinch in the vertebra. We still want our neck nice and long, that chin slightly tucked here. From here, take the thumbs and begin to roll them into the temples of your head. Taking some self-massage and acupressure practice today. Help restore the body, release tension. Begin to bring those thumbs back behind the tops of your ears. Allow your lips to part, your jaw to be soft. Bring the thumbs back forward, coming down the front of the ear where the jaw hinges. Working into that space. Begin to move the thumbs back behind the earlobes. Along that occipital ridge where the crown of our head, our cranium meets our cervical spine. Bring those thumbs back down and along your jaw, all the way down to your chin. From there, let the arms go heavy. Roll the shoulders. Inhale up the front body. Exhale down the back. Reverse your direction, bringing them forward. Releasing the arms heavy here. On an inhale, lift that right arm straight out from your shoulder. Fingertips facing forward, thumb up. Go ahead and bring the arm across your body. You're going to scoop your left arm under. Pulling that right arm towards the body a bit here, opening up the back of your shoulder. Let the shoulders drop down from the ears a bit, remaining long in the neck. On an exhale, go ahead and release. Shake your arms out. We sometimes forget how much just shaking parts of our body help to release the tension that's held here. Allowing for that shake. Coming back to stillness. Extend that left arm in front of you. Bring it across the body, scooping the right arm under. Finding that opening in the back of the left shoulder this time. Remembering to keep the neck nice and long, shoulders down. Release. Take that shake of the arms once more. I think one of the best things about digital yoga is that no one else can see you or hear you. So you can make as many weird noises with your breathing and move as funky as you want. Allows you to come a little more into your body and let go of all of those things that when you're in a room full of people, you may still hold on to. Letting the arms come to stillness once more. You're going to interlace the hands back behind your body. Make sure you've got that settled, bouncy movement in your knees. On an inhale, go ahead and let those arms drift down a bit, pulling you into a settled back bend here. Maintain that length in your neck. Let that movement really come from the hips up through the throat here. On an inhale, bring yourself to center. And on your exhale, slowly dip yourself forward to a fold. Let the head be heavy. Allow your arms to pull up to wherever is comfortable for you. On your next exhale, let your hands just come down to your low back. The elbows and shoulders roll slightly forward, maintaining that clasp in the hands for right now. Deep sighing breaths here. Release your hands and begin to give yourself a bit of a massage. You can start up here at the back of the hips. And if you would like a little bit better deep tissue, form fists and just go ahead and kind of pound on yourself a little bit here. You can come up the spine a bit. Out to the sides of your hips is really good. Even onto your glutes a bit. Go ahead and come down the sides of your thighs. Down the sides of your calves. And start to move your way back up with this. Just helping to release some of that soft tissue. Up and down the body. And let yourself hang heavy. Subtle bend to the knees, arms and neck heavy. Just breathing here. From here, go ahead and find your way down to tabletop, hands and knees. Taking some cat-cow when you arrive. Coming back to a neutral spine. Place your right hand in front of your left. On an exhale, let your hips drop back towards that right heel. Allowing for that opening in the side body. Let your head be heavy to the floor. Next, inhale, bring yourself up to table. Left hand over in front of the right. On an exhale, let those hips drop towards that left heel. Taking this opening on the opposite side. Next, inhale, bring yourself back to table. Cross your ankles, roll yourself back and over. Coming to simple seated. Taking a blanket or a cushion or whatever you need under your hips if you would like. Beginning to settle in a bit here. Taking whatever feels right, seated wise. Settling into your sits bones and the hips, rooting down in your seat. Allow your shoulders to come back and down once more. Take that tucking of your chin, allowing your head to be in alignment with the spine. Breathing deeply here for a moment. Next, inhale, let the arms come up. Gaze may follow. On an exhale, take a slow swan dive over your lap, coming down towards the floor. You can rest on your hands. Your elbows go heavy, your neck go heavy. Just taking that subtle opening stretch through the back and hips. Breathing nice and deep here. Next, inhale, let the hands walk you back up to seated. We're going to take one more stretch through the shoulders here, and I'm going to turn around so it's a little easier to see. So on an inhale, you're going to bring your arms out to the T, thumbs up. From here, go ahead and bring that right arm up out of the shoulder. Dropping that left arm, you're going to turn the palm towards the back wall. Bend the elbow and slide that hand up the back. Now, if this is as far as you can go is down here at your hip, let that be your placement. If you can, bring the hand up a little higher. Go ahead and work towards there. Being mindful that we want to keep the neck long throughout this. We don't want to curve ourselves forward. We want to stay up nice and tall. From here, you're going to drop that right hand, bending that elbow, trying to find a connection between the fingertips here. Again, if you don't worry about it. Just go where it feels right on your body. Opening up those shoulders here. Stay with your breath. Go ahead and release on this side. Let the arms go heavy. Take that shake of the arms again. Shaking it out. Arms heavy. Inhale back to the T. Thumbs facing up. Next inhale, bring that left arm reaching up. Dropping that right, flipping the palm to the back wall. Bend the elbow, bring the hand onto the back there, wherever feels right. Begin to bend that left elbow, looking for the clasp. It may be different on this side than the other. Finding what works for your body this morning. Breathing into this. Next exhale, go ahead and release. Shake the arms out once again. From here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. So coming down to your mat, knees bent. Feet on the mat here. Check in with your neck. If you notice you're on part of your head and your chin is jutting up towards the ceiling, go ahead and roll your chin to your chest. And on an exhale, just gently lie your head down. Creating that tuck to the chin, nice long neck once again. And walk your shoulder blades underneath your body here so that your rib cage is stacked on top of the shoulder blades. This allows the shoulders to come down away from your ears and to be rolled back like they weren't seated and standing. Palms of the hands turn open to the ceiling here. Just take a couple moments to breathe nice and deep. Connecting to your mat here. Let there be some softness to the palms of your hands. Really tune into your body here. Taking time to notice how you're physically feeling, where you're carrying your tension and stress. See if you can soften some of those parts of your body with your exhales. Cross your right leg over your left, leaving no space between your thighs here. We're going to take some dynamic movement. So on your exhale, you're just going to let your knees drop towards the left. That right toe touches the floor. Inhale, bring them back up to center. Taking this movement with your breath. Notice that left hip rolling across the mat here. Taking that self-massage across the back of that left hip that's connected to the floor. Noticing that stretch that occurs on the right side as the hips begin to drop. Mindful that that right shoulder is staying connected to the floor. On your next exhale, go ahead and let those knees drop and pause. Taking that stretch down the right side body here. Notice that right hip and the side of the thigh. Next inhale, go ahead and bring the knees up. Release the cross, pausing for a couple of breaths. Cross your left over your right. And begin to take that dynamic movement, allowing the knees to drop to the right on your exhale. And come back to center on your inhale. Noticing that right hip's connection to the floor. Release across that hip. Keeping your left shoulder on the mat. Your next exhale, go ahead and allow those knees to pause. Taking that stretch down the left side body here. Next, inhale, bring the knees up. Release the cross, taking a couple of deep sighing breaths here at center. With the soles of your feet pressed together, your knees fall open wide to Baddha Karnasana, round angle. Breathing deeply. Next, inhale, bring the knees back up. Allow the knees to press together, but walk your feet wide. Allowing the knees to steeple in against one another here. Pausing in this active rest pose. Begin to walk your feet back towards one another. On an exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself side to side here. Let your head be heavy, rolling across the mat. And back to a neutral spine. On an inhale, go ahead and let your feet press up towards the ceiling. Now you can keep a subtle bend to your knees and just let your toes kind of hover up there. You can bring your hands to your thighs or your glutes if you need some support, or even place your hands underneath your hips. Create that slight angle, especially if you notice this in your low back. Taking the hands below the hips here can help to alleviate any tension created by this. Just allowing for this inversion practice here for a moment. On an exhale, you can let your knees come back to your chest, hug them in, take that rocking side to side. Bring yourself to a neutral spine. The soles of your feet find your mat. Take your legs long. And allow your feet to fall heavy away from one another. And the palms of your hands open to the ceiling. Check in with your shoulders once again. See if you need to roll those shoulder blades back and down again. Letting that rib cage stack on top and the shoulders come away from your ears. Check in with the back of your neck. Maybe you need to bring your chin to your chest. And gently drop your head back to the floor again. Notice what your body needs here. Begin to settle in to breathe. Noticing those points of connection to the floor. Allowing any remaining tension to fade. Letting your body become heavy on your mat. Allow your face to release, letting go of your jaw. Eyes softly closed. Allowing the eyes to drift back into that space behind. Allow your breath to slow and soften. Finding peace on your mat. On your next inhale, allow your breath to come a bit deeper. Reawakening your body. Wiggle out your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. Rock your head gently side to side. Roll yourself onto your right side body. Pause and transition for a moment. Remembering that you can take any of these movements out of our sequence today and use them throughout your day to create a sense of balance and peace within your body. Bringing yourself up to seated when you're ready. Hands at heart center. 3 deep breaths here together across the mile.